Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lina and I'm your Russian teacher. Today we're gonna have an advanced lesson. Today we're gonna learn participles in Russian. I already had a video about passive voice in Russian that is connected to this topic, and there I said that in the future I'm gonna make separate videos for participles. And today's that day. But today we're gonna take only active participles in Russian in the present and past tenses, because we need to take them step by step. It's a very complex topic and you will need some time to practice it and to know how it works. And let's begin. So, what is participle? Participle is a form of a verb that possesses characteristics of both the verb and the adjective. So it changes the same way as adjectives, but at the same time we form it always from a verb. That's the difference between adjectives and participles. In Russian, as in English, we have active and passive participles. But today, as I said before, we're gonna take only active participles in the present and past tenses. First, active participles in the present tense. We form these participles only from imperfective verbs, which is pretty logical, because perfective verbs don't have present. That's why here we talk only about imperfective verbs. And when we form these participles, we need to take any form in the present tense. Any verb that you take, you put it in the any form, and from this you will form your participle. For example, verbs of the first conjugation, like читать, писать. You put them in the form они. They are reading, they are writing. Они читают, они пишут. You see, you have endings ut, ют. By the same logic, when you try to create a participle, you will take the same letter and you will add sh. Like this you will have читают, читающий, пишут, пишущий, and other forms like feminine neutral, читающий, читающая, читающие, читающие. Each participle always will have the same forms as the adjectives. And the second conjugation verbs, they will have ащ, ящ at the end. Like this we have слышать, они слышат, слышащий. Or говорить, они говорят, говорящий. You see, it's pretty easy because you take the same letter as you have in the они form. That's why we need to put it in this form, because like this only you see all the exceptions, like писать. So you don't form it from писать, you form it from пишут, and that's where you take the letter sh. As I said before, participles work the same way as adjectives. It means that we greet them with nouns in everything: gender, number, and case. Here you can see the endings for each case. As you can see, they are the same as for the adjectives. And now let's look at the examples. Тебе нравятся девушки, читающие в парке? You see, девушки, читающие. Here it's basic form, plural. Девушки, читающие. Or, расскажи мне о мужчине, живущем рядом с тобой. Мужчине, живущем. This time it's already masculine, prepositional. О мужчине, живущем. Now let's practice a little bit. Try to form participles from the following verbs. The verb жить. Живущий. The next one, спать. Спящий. The next one, петь. Поющий. Careful here, it's an exception. Then, зависеть. Зависящий. The next one, интересоваться. Reflexive verb. Интересующийся. That's correct. And the last one, заботиться. Also reflexive. Заботящийся. Perfect. And let's move on to the past tense. Past tense participles will form from past tense, which is also logical because here we won't have these exceptions. For example, the verbs like писать, улыбаться, and majority of verbs, so all of them that in the past tense end in a vowel писал. So this stem should end in a vowel. Писал, улыбался, everywhere you have a. For these verbs, you will add вш to the end. Like this, you will have писавший, улыбавшийся. Most of the verbs, they will have this formation. But we have some of the verbs, a little group that will end in a consonant when you make past tense. It'll be the verbs like беречь и спасать. So you will have in the past tense берег и спас. And when you form a participle, you will add just ш. Берегший, спасший. Also, you need to memorize the form, the participle form of the verb идти and all these variations. Идти will be шедший. Completely different word. So, идти – шедший, прийти – пришедший, зайти – зашедший, even найти – нашедший. All this stuff will form the same way. And same logic, all these participles, they will change exactly the same as before, exactly the same as our adjectives. Here you have just a different suffix in the middle. The rest is just the same. Let's look at the examples. Ты знаком с писателем, написавшим этот роман? So here it's instrumental, писателем, написавшим. Or another example. Я не знаю людей, живших тут до меня. Людей, живших. You see, again, another form. And let's practice again. This time we'll take different verbs. First, the verb изменить. Изменивший. That's correct. Then, есть. This one is tricky. Just евший. Then, говорить. Говоривший. Делать. Сделавший. And закрыть. Закрывший. Another thing that I can tell you is that if you don't like these participles, you can simply not use them in the language. You can replace all of them with the word который. But to be honest with you, I don't know which one is more complicated, because который works a little bit different. There, when you create a sentence, you need to think about a lot of stuff. It's not as simple as here, where you have a participle that agrees with a noun in everything. There, it's different. I have a big video about this word который. If you don't know how it works, watch this video and you can decide for yourself which one you like better, because the sentences will be exactly the same meaning, they will just sound a bit different. These sentences with participles, they will sound more advanced, which is obvious because this topic we usually take at the levels B1, and obviously then these sentences will be already more advanced. And that's it for today. For the next time, I'll prepare for you passive participles, and unfortunately, passive participles are even more complicated than active participles. So be ready, and in the meantime, practice these active participles in the Russian language. Thank you very much for watching, subscribe to my channel and learn Russian with me.